The coin market cap is used to recap everything that is said in this video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more XRP news and news about other cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. Lawyers talk about the deal and the chances that Judge Torres will rule today. People who own XRP and people who are interested in cryptocurrencies are waiting for Judge Annalisa Torres to make a final decision in the remedies part of the long-running case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission. When the anniversary of the summary ruling comes around, lawyers talked about what they thought about the chances of a deal and whether Judge Torres would make a decision in the case. There was a chance of a settlement and a decision today in the case of Ripple vs. SEC Pro XRP. However, Bill Morgan, an attorney for CC Pro XRP, said again that there would be no settlement because the company has already won many important motions, including a landmark ruling that programmatic selling of XRP as securities was not securities. It's because Judge Jackson threw out reports about secondary sales of BNB and SEC viz that. When it came to secondary sales of cryptocurrency, the Torres theory stayed the same. A lot of people think that the Securities and Exchange Commission will probably appeal the judge's decision from last year, but he doesn't think that the SEC will not appeal Judge Torres' full decision. When asked how likely it was that a decision would be made today, lawyer Fred Rispoli said there is a 5% chance that Judge Torres would make a decision on the anniversary of the summary ruling. He went on to say that she usually sends orders in the late morning or early afternoon, so now is the best time if it's going to happen today. Rispoli is still waiting for an order to come in July. Ripple executives enjoy the anniversary of the summary judgment, which was a big decision that said XRPA wasn't a security. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and Stuart Alderoty, chief legal officer, talked about the event. Garlinghouse said that Ripple and the whole cryptocurrency industry had a great day. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is currently waging an unfair war against the cryptocurrency industry. He runs an organization that stresses how important it is to be open and honest. Instead, he is known to jail people for not giving correct information. He seems to think that the idea of transparency doesn't apply to him or this SE, even though this is the case. Stuart Alderoty says that the summary ruling made in the case between Ripple and the SEC was a major turning point in the legal system that proved XRP is not a security in and of itself. As a result of the ruling against the SEC, it was clear that the agency did not follow the law and went way too far. The following is what D said about Gary Gensler. Do not let the SEC's ongoing attempts to put Ripple and the industry in the middle of a lawsuit distract you. The SEC doesn't have much time left. Even after Chair Gensler leaves, Ripple and the whole business will continue to get stronger for a while. A lot of people have thought about the chance of a peace deal between the two giants in the story of Ripple vs. SEC over XRP. Chief Executive Officer Brad Garlinghouse and Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderoty of Ripple were seen in New York, which led to rumors that talks might be going on behind closed doors. The talk started here. A member of the XRP community named Boba Fett said he saw Garlinghouse and Alderoty in front of a major building in New York. This led to reports that Ripple and the SEC might get together to talk about their differences. Eleanor Torres, a writer for Fox Business and Crypto Fanatic, made a vague mention to a settlement conference in a recent piece, which made the event even more mysterious. Torres could show proof by showing a paper that said the next hearing in the Ripple vs. SEC case might not happen until April 16, 2024, but there might be an earlier attempt to settle things, even though the date was still unknown. On the other side of the ring, the Securities and Exchange Commission SEC is using its power by trying to get a final decision in the XRP case by fining Ripple $2 billion for allegedly breaking securities law, when he was asked to answer. Not a word was held back by Stuart Alderoty, who works at Ripple. He said that the SEC's requests were unfair, pointed out problems with them, and said that the regulator was making false claims. The fact that Alderoty is getting ready to give a strong defense for Ripple in April shows that the company is determined to fight the SEC's charges. Even so, the idea of a settlement meeting makes people worry about what will happen to Ripple and XRP in the future. This is because the legal stalemate is now either more fighting in court or a deal. Finding a middle ground between the two sides will not be simple by any means. The top leaders of Ripple are in New York right now, and there have been rumors of a settlement meeting. These are both signs that talks may have already begun. If a settlement is made, it could change the course of the XRP lawsuit and show Ripple's way in the cryptocurrency world. Members of the cryptocurrency community are very excited as they wait for more developments in this very interesting court case. The pre-trial meeting in April is coming up quickly, and it's not clear what will happen with XRP after that. Ripple, the company that created the XRP blockchain and whose native token is XRP, has claimed a major win in its ongoing legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. People said that Ripple sold securities that weren't listed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, launched a court case against the business in December 2020, The SEC said that XRP is not a commodity but an investment. The SEC also said that the blockchain company had raised a total of $1.08 billion illegally through the sale of the coin. A Bitcoin company and the government regulators got into a fight that turned out to be one of the worst problems the company has ever had. In the case, it was hard to tell who had the upper hand. At the end of a year of court meetings and motion filings against both sides, James Fallon, a lawyer and member of the Ripple community, said that this is a big win for Ripple because of what's happened recently. Friday, April 11th, Fallon sent out a tweet saying that the judge in charge, Sarah Netburn, had turned down the Securities and Exchange Commission's request to look into how documents related to a lecture given by William Heinemann in June 2018 were hidden. It was at that time that Heinemann was a director at the SEC. At that point in time, Heinemann agreed that Bitcoin and Ethereum could not be called stocks. As they said before, the Securities and Exchange Commission made it clear that Heinemann's comments were his own personal views and did not represent the agency's official position. After that, the regulator said in court that Heinemann's speech showed the agency's official views and not his own beliefs. Because of this, it needs to be protected. There is no doubt, though, that the speech either followed agency policy or did not. To get what it wants this year, the Securities and Exchange Commission is pulling double duty. The judge said that the Securities and Exchange Commission could not now change its mind because it claimed that it was based on Heinemann's personal views. It's still going on. The Securities and Exchange Commission has 14 days from April 11th to file an appeal of the decision. This is true even though this important decision could have a huge effect on how the case turns out. The judgment in this case could affect whether the SEC will continue to charge cryptocurrency companies with selling securities that have not been listed with the government,